Hey, what's going on folks? This is Christian, and if you're enjoying the content I'm uploading to the channel, then feel free to subscribe. Also, feel free to offer any suggestions on board games you'd recommend we review. Finally, if you're interested in joining our AOS campaign, then head over to our Discord and become part of the story.
Welcome dice enthusiasts to turn 3 of our campaign, War of the Woods. With a fresh knife into the backs of the warherds and the Alliance, the vampiric coalition of blood debut as the third party in the war. How will this tip the scales of war? That is for our players to decide. If you want to get involved in our story, come join our Discord to contribute some hobbying and vote for actions in our YouTube community page. If you have any predictions about what will happen next, please leave a comment below with your ideas. Of course, if you are enjoying this content, please leave us a like on the video and subscribe for more future updates on the campaign and more. Anyways, let's see what the powers in play are up to this turn. The Warherds cry vengeance. Doomshank Port remains in the hands of the Alliance, a painful reminder for Garatraz the Untouchable. The failed assault on Oakshade has severely hindered the efforts of the Warherds, and their fighting strength has all but depleted. Their numbers dwindle, and with the betrayal of Lady Valancourt, morale has dropped significantly. But despite this, the all-seeing mother calls for her children once more, and in unison they cry back in response. Vengeance. Hooves march in steady pace towards Doomshank Port. Failure here may mean extinction for them all. The Warherds, the Brazen Idol. So much is lost, yet much more needs to be sacrificed before victory can be attained. Offer up sacrifices to the Brazen Idol to embolden your forces. Coalition of Blood, blood in the water. Attrition has begun to set in on the Alliance forces stranded at Doomshank Port. Their resolve is weak, and their forces meager. This is the time to strike. Along with the hordes of undead, the warherds have seemingly aligned their efforts and march upon the port as well. Now is the perfect time to strike the death knell for those who have sided with Avalorn. Who will claim the port when the dust clears though? Coalition of Blood. Exsanguinate the woods. Lord Conrad's betrayal allowed for a swift taking of the River Watch. With droves of the undead at his command, the defenders were put to flight, retreating to the nearest stronghold, Oakshade. The coalition sends forth several leaders to capture this fortress, knowing that its capture will open the gate toward Avalorn. Despite lacking siege weaponry, the insurmountable number of shambling corpses marching towards the fortress already makes for its fall all but inevitable. Avalorn Alliance, the final leaf. Surrounded on all sides by both beasts and undead, the Alliance defenders of Doomshank Port face nothing short of utter annihilation. They grow tired fighting skirmishes at the walls and endless watches throughout the night, never knowing when the final war horn will be sounded and the last call to arms announced. Yet, despite their hopeless plight, the Oracle of Avalorn, Mara, lifts the morale of the Alliance and gives them hope. She rallies them and prepares for the worst as the enemies begin to march closer. Perhaps if they can just weather the next storm, they can push through and reunite with their allied forces to see another day. Avalorn Alliance, thorns in the thicket. The gunnery forces of Rodrigos held their own as Riverwatch fell. But as the walls were breached, the retinue captains led their forces into a tactical retreat, lest they all be recruited into the legions of the undead. Their retreat serves much more purpose than simple survival though. Observing from a safe distance, they watch as the vampiric forces begin their march towards Oakshade, and they make it their duty to strike down as many of the corpses and skeletons as they can, with their perseverance and the aid of their allies, they can perhaps slow down the Horde, or even bring down the command structure. Avalorn Alliance – Hidden Agenda. For this questline, please see the Alliance Discord channel. Thanks once more for watching the video, and a special thanks to everyone that has gotten involved so far. The story can only be made possible by the awesome contributions of our community, so if you want to get involved, we're always ready to hear about the next legendary hero of the realm. Until next time, let the dice tell the story.